In this video, we're going to talk about arrangements. There are a lot of different options out there as far as custom arrangements and stock arrangements. Probably the most accessible of the two are the stock arrangements. There are a lot of great publishers out there putting out fantastic arrangements, but in the stock arrangements, they're writing the parts to a general audience. As the director, you're going to have to figure out how these parts are going to work with your students. The parts may be too difficult for your students. They may not be difficult enough for your students, not challenging enough. It's those types of things that you have to figure out as far as customizing your stock arrangements. One of the common practices with stock arrangements is watering the parts. You may take out the flams if your players aren't so good at playing flams. You might take out some of the diddles of the rolls. You may take the rolls out altogether or make the rolls buzz rolls instead of open rolls. Those are very easy fixes for a lot of the stock arrangements. Other things are where the snares and tenors play in unison for phrases at a time. Maybe in one phrase you'll just have the tenors play and then followed with the snares playing the next phrase. That'll allow you to have some variety in the music. One other issue is whether or not the bass drums can handle the tempo and control the tempo on their own. You might have to put a little ostinato part underneath that, or you might have to revoice it and give the part to the tenors and figure out how to make it work. Creativity is your most important resource in making a stock arrangement work. The stock arrangements are typically written more thickly because you want to be able to cover all of the situations. There's an underlying understanding that these arrangements are going to be customized by a band director or a percussion instructor. In regard to custom arrangements, one thing you have to understand is that the success of your percussion program, the success of the entire season, could lie in the hands of your percussion arranger. If they happen to write a chart that's too difficult for your students, you're going to be spending your entire season watering the parts, revoicing parts, making it work. If they write parts that are simply unmusical, maybe too notey, or maybe not stylistically correct, you're going to be spending most of your season rewriting the parts. It's very frustrating for the members who spend so much time working on the music and then the parts get adjusted or taken out completely. So how do you find someone who's going to write a good musical book for you? You want to contact everyone that you know. You want somebody who has a lot of experience musically. They've got a good musical background. Are they a college percussion major? Have they written for other groups before? Are they a professional musician? Maybe the guy that can write great orchestral arrangements might not be so good at writing good marching percussion arrangements. You have to take the time to sift through all of the possibilities. You have to know people, you have to get in contact with people, and you have to talk with them and find the right person as early as you can. All of the good arrangers get booked up very early. So you want to be thinking about this over the winter months and get someone online so that you can have good musical discussions with them about the program, and then they can get to know your program. It's important for them to be able to at least see a videotape of last year's group so that they have an idea of what difficulty level to write the percussion parts to and what type of musical abilities are possible with the instrumentation that you have. So whether you're using a stock arrangement or a custom arrangement, it's up to you. You're the music producer. You're producing the show. You have to listen. You have to determine what's working and what's not. Don't be married to any particular part just because it works standing in the arc. If it doesn't work on the field, take the time to figure out how to make the adjustments to make it work. You want to give the students the tools for them to be successful. And if that comes through adjusting the music, changing the parts, then that's what you need to do to set your students up for success.